All right, here we go, guys. And an unplanned boat review of a brand new catamaran company called Foilcat. Todd Meyer, the owner, is pulling up to pick me up. We'll explain how we jumped on the boat with Todd, completely unplanned after a fishing trip. Friggin' amazing boat, great layout, great ride, the ability to plane on one engine, and so much more. We'll go through all that during the review. So let's hop on, meet Todd, and more importantly, meet the boat, the Foilcat. And we are on a very unique catamaran here in Eastern Long Island. Just happenstance, we were coming in from a day of fishing, and we see this beautiful big cat right in front of us. We pulled up next to the owner, and sure enough, he's the owner of this company, Foilcat, a brand I personally never heard of. And there's Todd Meyer and this beautiful catamaran, twin Merc 400s in the back. We're gonna take it out and see what she can do. Todd, nice to meet you. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, of course. Nice to meet you. Thanks for flagging us down.
Yeah, I was so excited when we were trying to figure out what it was. Was it a Freeman? It didn't have the sheer line of the Invincible, and of course, it was something we'd never seen here before.
New to the market. This is boat one.
Wow. And you were telling me you're based out of Port Canaveral in Florida, and you're actually the builder of the boat?
Builder, yep.
That's amazing. And you're up here in Eastern Long Island, strangely enough?
Yeah, hadn't had a boat or presence in the Northeast, so brought the boat up this summer, and we spent some time in Newport, the islands, and then here in Eastern Long Island as well.
Awesome. All right, we stopped recording there for 1 second. There was a boat blaring music behind us. So Todd, give us, so number one, first things first, right? Foilcat, the unique thing about this boat is it has a foil. We'll get into what that is in a second, but general specifications of the boat.
We're 35.5 feet from the bow to the back of the swim platform, 36.5 feet to the back of the engines, 12-foot beam. We draw 28 inches at the foil when we're static in the water, 32 inches to the skeg of the outboards. When we're running, we're in about 16 inches of water, so we're not a skinny water boat. But once we're up on the foil, we can run in 2 feet of water.
Nice. And what's the fuel capacity?
Holds about 400 gallons, 207 per side specifically, but I call 400 gallons.
Right.
Pretty much average a mile and a half a gallon with these L6 motors. We'll do a little better with the naturally aspirated V8s and V10s.
Right.
So 500-mile range is pretty conservative.
That's awesome. And you mentioned the foil, and for those that don't know, tell us about foil technology, what it is, how it works on a catamaran, the benefits of it.
So this is the model of the foil, and it's really a wing underneath the boat. It's between the hulls, and it lifts about 40% of the wetted surface out of the water. So it's just reducing drag. It's getting the boat a little above the water, so above chop, you can run faster than average speed, much more comfortably. There's no real downside to it. So, big ocean swell, you're still fine, you're still on the foil. Boat wakes, you can sort of, just blast over them without any issue. More comfortable for the occupants, less injuries, less fatigue, and more fuel efficiency.
Very nice.
And it does one other nice thing the foil does, is it lifts the bows out of the water. So it's foil assist, it's not full flight. So it's foil assist, so the bows are out of the water, projected forward of the waves, but it also means you don't have your bow steer that you traditionally get with catamarans.
Yeah, especially right in a following sea.
Yeah, if it's really big in the following sea, it's a catamaran. You're going to have some of the same tendencies, but if it's not massive, your bows aren't your steering your boat. It's your engines.
And today should be an interesting day. It's a Saturday here in Peconic Bay. That's Shelter Island in front of us. We're coming out of Sterling Harbor in Greenport, and while it's not rough today, the thing that always amazes me about this waterway in the summertime, especially on a weekend, is the amount of boat traffic and the havoc it causes.
Washing machine.
Yeah, it's a washing machine. You'll see boats going left and right. So we'll have plenty of opportunities. We're going to take a quick run and see what she can do in some of that boat wake chop. And maybe as we're puttering out, I could just do a quick walk around. So we have this beautiful lounge seat up here, 3 across. See the grab handles on the side. You got storage under here. You have storage under here. Is it okay if I open it? And I like, there's Todd's got life jackets and safety gear in here, but I like that you don't have to remove the cushions. It's got the handle that's integrated outside the cushions. Your anchor locker and more storage up here. It's got the sea deck. You can see the
Again, the GoPro never does it justice, but we're going through some boat wake seas right now. And like I said, it is wide, 12 feet wide, and catamarans, as you know, carry their beam forward, so you have a dance hall up here. And I see a fully integrated wraparound windshield here. That's nice. Got some trays here. I guess if people are hanging out over here, they can put their phones and stuff in there.
Put a hatch in there.
Oh, okay.
Or an acrylic skylight.
Okay, and then you got the traditional flip-up bolster seats. Are the batteries in here?
Batteries are in there, yeah.
Batteries are in here. The 2-level foot seating here. You got 3 screens across here. Very nice. Is this a wireless charger?
Yeah.
Really well laid out. More electronics up here. Big live wells in each corner. More storage on each side. You have the mezzanine seating here, so you can have 6 people behind the windshield here. Oh, and I forgot the coup de resistance.
Sorry, there's a gear in there. But...
Yeah, and the knock on catamarans is how much capacity or headroom capacity you lose when you go into the head compartment. Do you mind jumping in?
No, that's fine.
This is ridiculous. I don't think I got an eye out here. You can almost stand up in there.
Yeah,
you can stand up in there.
We can drop this down another 6 inches or so to get a full 6'4" headroom.
Right, and I presume you can even put a bunk in here. It's so wide.
This goes forward.
Oh wow!
All the way in front of the console. So you could put a bunk in. You know, it's shelter from the storm. It's not truly a cabin. It's a place to crash.
Yeah, but you know what? If you have little kids and it's a miserable sunny day and they're whining, you stick them in there and you continue fishing, having fun. So we'll probably wind up doing a voiceover over this because, again, unfortunately, I forgot. Well, I didn't know we were going to do this, so I don't have my microphones with me. But we'll test her out. We'll see what she can do.
I'm just going to stow.
Yeah, we're going to stow the American flag first, and then we'll get on the road.
Let's go up this way.
And does she have the tendencies of a cat where she'll lean the opposite way that you're
expecting? She doesn't lean the opposite. She'll lean in, but she'll still be relatively flat.
Okay. There's that chop we were talking about. A 35-foot boat leaving a pretty big wake and just went right through it.
We're cruising 30 right now.
Yeah, we're getting 144 at 32.
Haven't cleaned the bottom in a while. So
not bad. Those inline 6s have a good growl. I have the same motors with the 350s and they don't sound like this. And it's amazing that such a big boat, you can get away with twins.
Yeah, and we can plane out on one motor, which is really nice. You know, we'll get about 30 miles an hour and over a mile a gallon on one engine.
That's insane.
So, and I'm happy to show you that as well.
And there's no bow rise, and you have a really clear vantage over the front of the boat. It does not feel like you're on a boat this big. I have more difficulty seeing over my bow than this.
Well, it's that bent glass windshield. It means we have no mullions in front of us. We don't get boxed in, so we have clear visibility out of both sides. No real weight, so we'll go back and find something.
Yeah, but this doesn't even slow it down. These boat wakes, you don't even feel them. It just goes right over them.
And anyone who's ridden a cat knows that one of the things you have to get used to is when you turn, the cat usually leans the opposite way of what a monohull would lean. Not the Foilcat though. We're gonna cut to Todd making some really, really tight turns, and you'll see it's leaning into the turn like a monohull would. Not very cat-like in that characteristic, which is a good thing, I think.
Run back and see. I'll clean it off on one.
Yeah, I'll just make a sharp turn for you here.
Okay. Yeah, it does lean in like a monohull. Little bit. It's still flat. That's cool. That's ridiculous.
And that's a pretty tight turn.
not even there. Just to get an economy number, 36 miles an hour, 1.5 miles a gallon. 36, 1.5, which is ridiculous for a boat this size. All right.
Be a little slower to get on the foil.
Yeah, yeah. All right, we're lifting the starboard motor. You can see the two big live wells on either side. And we are going to plane this off on one engine. Go ahead, Todd. The 1,400 horsepower engine. Regulator 34 might get at 32 miles an hour, you know, and be significant 50% more than this boat. Yeah. Okay, we're back in Sterling Harbor. There's our jetty right there. We just hit the 5 mile an hour buoys, that white buoy that you see in the distance, even though it's only about 100 feet away. Todd, I can't thank you enough for this ride. This was eye-opening. You know, it's always hard to point the camera, especially a GoPro, to show the efficiency and stuff, but consistently 35 miles an hour was over 1.5. We saw it plane off with one engine, which really blew my mind. A 12-foot beam, a 36-foot boat basically, and man, that is incredible. And if people want to learn more about your company, how do they reach you? How do they find out more information?
They can email us at info@foilcat.com. and we'll respond to that, and we can send you pricing and specs. We're on Instagram at foilcat_. You can call us 321-878-3645.
And I'll include all that information in the description. Yeah. I'll probably run it across too right now.
Yeah.
And you know, you mentioned pricing.
Yeah, so we're a new brand. We're at $585 is a well-equipped boat that's giving you Garmin displays or Simrad you can pick. That's giving you a radar, LeBrock helm seats, twin 300 Mercury, the V8s. We'll actually get better fuel economy with those, and the new V10s will probably pick up another 20%.
And you know, I know the comments already. They're going to be $585. Oh, what has the world come to? Well, if you watch my videos, and especially I do a lot of boat show reviews where I compare 35, 36, 34-foot monohulls, and you could, if I recall, a Seafox 368, which is half this boat, and I guarantee you it's not going to be as well put together as this boat, a ride like this boat. That was over $600,000 at the Florida boat shows last year for a monohull.
Yeah.
So this is not crazy pricing for what you're getting.
Yeah, I mean, the whole boat's infused, even the hatches. There's no.
And infused, for those that don't know, is you're talking about the vacuum bagging, right?
Bagging,
makes it lighter, stronger.
Lighter, stronger, all that. You can control your resin amounts, you know, much.
And
much
you can pretty much get the boat to the weight you want. Where the older hand laid,
yep,
you know, non-infused fiberglass, you could have two boats roll off the same line, and they could be even 1,000 pounds apart. I mean, this is what the Falcon boat people were explaining to me about the benefits of vacuum infusing.
We see our fiberglass and everything, so there's consistency to the boats. You know, this boat is boat one, and we're at 9,500 pounds, a tick under, but so we're not particularly heavy, but we're plenty strong.
Right.
This boat that you're on has about 600 hours on. It's been run really hard. So, and it's still handling well. Bottom's a little dirty, probably affected our fuel economy a little bit, but you know, I'm pretty happy when I'm getting over 1.5.
Yeah.
At a cruise speed. So, with that said, with 400 gallons of gas, a 500 to 600 mile range pretty comfortably, especially with the new motors.
Yeah. So even somebody in Texas that wants to run to the oil rigs, yeah, that would not be a problem.
And if you're in the Northeast, here to the canyons,
yeah,
that's an easy trip.
Or for what we do to Montauk and Block Island, that wouldn't even. You could do 4 of those trips, 5 of those trips without worrying.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Listen, Todd, I really appreciate your time. I know you were running around all day today, and we kind of hijacked you as you were coming in here.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so check them out again. We'll have links in the description to how you can reach Todd. As always, if you like these videos, hit that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber and you like content like this, please consider subscribing.